Hi everyone, so I got a request asking about how to improve ankle and foot flexibility and mobility for sitting in kneeling pose Vajrasana. So we're going to start off by coming into a cross-leg position. We're going to take up one foot, doesn't matter which first. Take the fingers in between the toes and try and spread the toes as far apart as you can. So you might start off just at the top of the toes, and then eventually you'll be able to wriggle them down towards the foot, and then eventually you then start to take circles. And you can do between 5 and 10 of these in one direction, and the same in the other direction. Try and sit with a tall back, you don't want to be slouching into this. And 5. Okay, so when you remove the fingers, you can always also add in a little bit of a stretch whilst you do it. So lift the fingers up and then spread them wide apart just for that added separation, and then wriggle the fingers out. And eventually that will get easier and easier as you do it. So you should be able to move the toes a little bit easier on one side, the side that you've done. So let's take the other side, lifting the foot up. So it doesn't have to be really close to you. It can be almost arm's distance away. Spread the toes wide as you wriggle the fingers down as close to the foot as you can, and then take that circle, 5 to 10 in one direction. Nice and slow. Try and make those circles as big as possible, and same in the other direction. 3, 4, last one, and 5. And again, try and spread the fingers out nice and wide, just giving the toes that extra stretch, wriggle the fingers out. And you should have already more mobility within the toes. So let's take a look at the actual kneeling position. But to make it a little bit easier on the ankles, we're going to use a block. So pop your bottom down on the block, and by raising your hips up off the floor, you've got that space to work on opening out the ankle and the foot. So if you have a little bit of tightness there, sometimes the foot can splay out to the side. We want to try and avoid that and work on getting the foot a little bit more in line with the shin to keep the knee safe. So over time that will start to open out, and you'll be able to work on bringing the feet closer in towards the hips. Eventually being able to take the block away and spending more and more time within the kneeling position. There's just 2 other things that help with more toe mobility but foot strength as well. They're not the most pleasant, but I find them really, really effective. So you come up onto the knees, you tuck your toes under. Now to start off with, I'd take the hands down to the floor in front of you. Then ease back the hips onto the heels. That might be enough of a stretch as on the toes already, but you get used to it, you build up, and then you slowly start to move back, so you're taking more weight on the heels and then onto the toes. Then the opposite way of that is to tuck the toes under and do the same. So you'd start off on the hands and then ease back, so there's not too much weight on the heels to start off with, then slowly walking the hands back until you've got your weight on your heels. Again, build up the amount of time that you do in that as well, and that helps to strengthen up the toes, bring mobility and strength to the foot, and eventually this pose will get that little bit easier. So I hope that helps. If you have any other requests, then please write in the comments and let me know, and I'll try and get those videos out there. Don't forget to subscribe and maybe watch any of my other videos on my channel. Thanks for watching.